This is just AMZN on Wednesday, May 16th, 2018. Taking a look at the pre-market from this morning. And this, we got the resistance here, and then we kind of had this gentle higher lows, like not anything significant, but a little bit higher, a little bit higher, a little bit higher, okay, a little bit higher, and then even pre-market, just a little bit higher, a little bit higher. It looks like this is a big squeeze, like a big triangle here, and it's squeezing. And so at the open, or pretty soon after the open, we should see some movement. I mean, if we actually open a little bit below this, well, you're taking out that upward angle, this triangle, and probably break down. Maybe a retest back into this line, into this level, and then roll over. That'd be phenomenal, similar to this retest and failure. Or with it consolidating here, it could pop. You get a little bit of a pullback the last couple of days here, and could be enough for rest. Oops, sorry, that scrolled. Ignore that. Pay no attention. Anyway, you could take off a little bit, retest back down to this level, and then bounce from there. And so, just like yesterday, we had a really big volume, big candle, volume spike, all that. Let's take a step into the first candle of the day, and we're back down to a little bit lower volume, but we got a nice move going up through this line, actually taking out the previous pivot here, and then the very next candle, something's up with my mouse today, very next candle actually takes that out, moves in higher, and the low on this candle is 1578.34, really close to our line. Our line was 1578.25. I mean, that's a great bounce right there off that line, and that's your support. You could set up a trade just like this candle where you get in above here with the stop down below here, and that setup would have worked. Maybe let's see, the low on this is 1576.67. The low on this was 1576.68. Look at that, a penny off of that candle. That same setup here, bullish by stop or bearish by stop. That worked here. Now reverse that trade, and you could be in here. And all right, the next target is easily our 1591 price, or whatever it was, 1591.04. There you go. And so we'll step into another candle. Okay, a little bit of a rest. That's all right. It'd be great if we pulled back a little bit more into the line. Okay, nope. We are going up. Nice drop in volume, nice consolidation. Another breakout candle, another consolidation, and a grind sideways, and then we got it. It's like we're so close to that level. Will it push up? Okay, maybe not. Maybe it's going to hold out right there. So at this point, you got to have your stop below here. Even if it comes back down, you've locked in some gain. If it comes up here, great. That's going to be your next resistance. And hopefully still in. Okay, probably stopped out here. Didn't quite get there, stopped out or trailed out, got a little bit of a gain. This could just be rolling over right here. So we're going to look for a nice move back down to this level, or some consolidation here, and something like a small candle like this to come in, small indecision candle. So we're bringing down. Okay, I like this one because it's really small. It's got a nice lower wick, but it's not really at a great location. So if I take this, I want a little bit of wider stop, maybe down here, and get in above that high, or potentially do this as like a Morningstar reversal where it comes up here, the stop right here, as long as it doesn't take out that stop, and that would be a 1-to-1 up to that line. So let's wait and see what happens. Okay, that's sort of a Morningstar reversal. You could get in bullish here, stop down here, or stop down here. That could work. That's maybe a little more than a 1-to-1. We still have some bearish momentum on this. Okay, this is better now. This is a nice consolidation here. If this is a double top, this is the neckline that it's retesting. Okay, it should break down bearish if it's going to keep rolling down, or if it's going to go bullish, let's get in above the yellow line and stop down here. So that's the setup, and might be in. So might be in, and it is just rallying, comes right up into this level, this old resistance. See if it plays out again as resistance. And a great place to take profit. Okay, it's rejecting. No, it's continue out. All right, that's cool. Now let's see these candles. The high and the low. Let's see. So the highs are off by 7 cents, and then the lows are off by a little bit more than that. So very similar candles here. I think was that a bearish engulfing. I think that's a bearish engulfing candle there. So if we break down below this, you hopefully got out here and the trade down here. Now you're up here. This looks like a reversal, or a bearish engulfing, somewhat of a reversal. It could come right back into this level and bounce. Could break down, whatever happens. We'll see. Okay, starting to pull back into the line. This is where we're going to look for something to bounce. Okay, that's a nice bounce. We could get in going bullish above it, the stop below it. So, 1593 by 1590. So it's, $3 risk to go higher here. Or if it breaks below that, just kind of reverse that trade. All right, it's breaking out. Okay, coming back in. So you probably got triggered in here, and now you have another bearish engulfing. So 2 of them here in a row with a little bit of consolidation. This starts to look like a double top. Stop right at 1590. Losing bullish momentum. Okay, yeah, stopped out. At this point, you could reverse your trade, get in with a retest up here, with a stop up here, and pretty much just reverse the setup. And maybe got filled there. Nice sideways chop here. And there we go. There's a breakdown. Retest. And you want to really see it up in here. You want to really see it break down much further bearish, but it doesn't seem like it's doing that. It's just past 1 o'clock, so any announcements on a Wednesday, are being processed or were processed. And, some people may be reacting to that. So still some consolidation. Okay, here we go. A little bit of a gap down. Throw a lower wick, so a little bit of a retest already happening. This could just continue lower. And it doesn't. It actually rallies. Okay, then you do another one here. It looks like this wants to hold this level. So the only thing to the left is some earlier candles in here that, seem to make it worthwhile that it's holding that level. So anyway, squeezes back and holding that level. Okay, had you gotten in bearish here? I mean, not much time left in the day, so you've got to be aggressive on this kind of thing. Get in bearish here, stop up here, and that's the setup. So you may be in, you may be waiting for a candle or two. Just set your rules up. There you go. There's some bigger move and a retest. Okay, got a bigger move. Hopefully it came down here. You were watching, able to get out for a little bit of a gain here, and then it starts to reverse again. It's starting to look like these candles here, where it goes, when the request got to me was, what was I talking about? Sorry, just look at these candles. You got a Morningstar reversal here, a little bit of a Morningstar reversal here, and right at the end of the day, right at the close. So really similar close to yesterday, much different level. You're up a little bit higher, and I think it's just pretty cool. You came back down to this area to retest, so easily, very clear to go and get your target set up here and a place to get out. So I want to look at this area to be able to play this bullish, and so this is anywhere in here from around 10:30 on until I break out, and then probably getting out here at the target or at this line, and that would have been at 11:05. So it would have been maybe like a 35-minute trade. So let's look at the calls. There you go. So you could get in 775 maybe, or 8 by 7. So that's $100. That's a risk, and then take that up. I mean, getting out here, even if you're getting 1050, you moved up from 8. That's easily 2R and more so. So that's kind of the setup we're looking at. And then for the put, I mean, it just had this choppy, no direction. Could have bought anywhere in here for 450 probably and sold up at 6 maybe, being aggressive into the end of the day. So a little less than 2R, but still feasible to do. And that would have been trading this grind move lower, breaking down, and some of this, and it actually took off a little bit there, but that was, some of this. So we've been holding for a while, just waiting for it to rally like that, and or for the put to rally. So I mean, the stock itself was not rallying. So anyway, taking a bigger picture, you know, we're still range bound. You know, we're still in this whole area. It was nice to see this consolidation up here, some bearishness come in, and then, you know, you got kind of an upward angle on this for what could happen next. So just kind of interesting. And then taking a step back and looking at the daily, pulled back, and a nice little bounce here through an upper wick. So, you know, we made a close higher, or I'm sorry, made a wick higher, so you can see the content of, you know, how high this candle was. So anyway, that's looking at Amazon today for 5 minutes. So we'll be back tomorrow to see what happens. So this is Justin Amazon. Hope you enjoyed. Thanks.